Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On this video, I'm going to talk about how I created a commercial for my media company using Google's new AI video generator, which is called VO3. So VO3, I saw it on social media and I was just blown away with how realistic the videos were, how realistic the people and the voices were. And I was like, how do I do something like this? How do I use this tool to create a cool video for my media company and just explore this AI tool a little bit more? So got online, found out it was Google's VO3, and full disclosure, you have to pay to use this tool. I believe that Google gives you a 1 month free trial, but other than that, I believe it's $24 a month is what I pay, but you can pay a one lump sum to use it for the full year. So get on it, try it out. Google VO3 is awesome. I'm going to take a minute here and show you the commercial that I made and then break down how exactly I did it. So take a look at the commercial here.
News used to travel slowly through inky headlines and week-old updates.
Wait, this already happened last week?
Then came radio. News, right into our homes. No visuals, just voices.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news update.
Television changed everything. Now the world watched history unfold in real time.
Then came the internet. News everywhere, all at once.
Wait, what's real and what's clickbait?
Today, the noise is louder than ever. Speed replaced clarity. This is exhausting.
But what if you could cut through the noise with something simple?
This actually makes sense.
Finally, news that's clear.
So that was the commercial. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. I know there's a lot of room for improvement. I will say when I was creating each clip to put together for the commercial, every time I would redo it or have to redo it in VO3, the quality would come out a little bit better. I feel like the storyline would look a little bit better and the scene would fit a little bit better. I don't know if that was just something I experienced as a one-off or what that was, but essentially, just to take you guys back a little bit, what I did was I went to ChatGPT and I typed in, create me a prompt for a commercial of someone traveling through time on how the news has evolved over the years. And something super kind of like broad like that, I got ChatGPT will punch you out a very detailed script that you can put into VO3. And you can respond to ChatGPT and say, make it more intense or make it longer, make it shorter, whatever you want to do. And ChatGPT will adjust the script. Now, what I was doing, and here's was a mistake that I made, was I would take the entire ChatGPT script, copy, put it into VO3 and paste it, and thought that one full video would just shoot out and it would be amazing. And I was having a lot of issues. VO3 wasn't being able to generate the video I wanted. I kept running into problems and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if the script was too long. I didn't know if there were things in the script that kind of violated VO3's video generator agreement or, some of their policies. Wasn't really sure. So what I ended up doing was, and I think this is kind of the best way to go about it, is if you type in ChatGPT to come up with a prompt for VO3 for you, whatever it may be, it's going to give you a bunch of different scenes. Take each scene one by one and just generate that video. So what I would do, for example, the first scene about print newspaper, I would take that one little scene, put it in VO3, and then have it generate that video, download that video, and put it into CapCut, and then I would just edit the entire video together. So for me, I put in the print, I put in the scene about the radio, I put in the scene about TV, I put the scene about internet, I put the scene about news being too crazy and kind of social media. And then I put the scene in about, reading The Simple American with the clarity of it. I put each individual clip, each individual prompt into VO3, had it generate those videos, which came out to be, between 10 and 20 seconds each, put them into CapCut and created the whole commercial. I think that's kind of the best way to go about it, especially if there's an issue in one of the scenes. because then you can go back and change it. If you create the entire video at once, you need to recreate the entire video. There's no, edit. Can you go back and fix this one scene? It doesn't really work like that, at least from what I've done. So I used ChatGPT to create a VO3 prompt for me to put in about what I wanted. Then I went into Google and I used Google Flow. And I just pasted each prompt in there and had the video get generated and then put it into CapCut. Kind of the idea behind me creating this commercial was I wanted to take someone through a time period of how the news has evolved. So you saw, when print newspaper was really big, and then, we had in the 1800s, then we had, in the 30s, we had radio. People brought the news into their living room. Then in the 60s, we kind of had the development of TV, and people were watching history and the news kind of live or being able to see events in real time. Then we had the internet, where there was just so much access to so much news and information. And then we kind of got to today, where there's just so much going on. It can be incredibly overwhelming with, social media, the internet, just all these different outlets and media companies. It can just be too much, and people just need to unplug from it a little bit. And that leads you to reading The Simple American. Again, my newsletter, it's a quick 1-minute daily news brief in a easy, digestible, unbiased fashion, just so that people stay up to date on what's going on with the news. So that was kind of the idea behind the commercial. I was really happy with how it came out. I want to tweak some things, and I'm going to make another commercial down the road, but definitely learning as I go. This was a great first step for me using VO3 and kind of just AI to generate something like a commercial. So I really enjoyed using it. We'll definitely use it down the road as well. Please comment if there's any advice people have to give me on how I can make the commercials or my videos better using VO3 and ChatGPT. So would love to have that input as well. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Like this video. Check out my newsletter. It will be in my media company. The link is in the description. But that's kind of how I went about making the first commercial for The Simple American, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.